What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. To the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about some of my pickups, my first pickups of 2022 in this video. Let's kick this off with first off with a couple of video games I've picked up.
It's time to forget the world and play some video games.
So the first video game is a game that I've been wanting to pick up. I've been waiting for it to drop in price for bloody ages. And that is a game called NieR Replicant. This is a remake or a kind of spruced up version of a game called NieR that came out in like 2008, I believe, for the original Xbox 360. And it is literally the game we kind of never got, because the US game basically changed the characters a little bit and made you play as this big beefy brawler dude that needs to go and basically cure his daughter of an ailment. You go on this like Japanese RPG adventure. Very good game. I enjoyed it. I know it got a lot of hate when it came out. This is how the Japanese got this game when it came out originally in 2008. This is a true to form of the NieR game that we originally got. But instead of playing the dad, which was changed for the Western audiences, you play as the brother in this, and the game is pretty much the same. You know, obviously it plays in 4K and it's got beautiful graphics, and I think some of the mechanics have been kind of like tightened up a bit and made a lot better. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. I loved the original game when it came out back in those days, so I'm looking forward to checking out the spruced up version. Next game I picked up, I know this game's going to be shit. This game's going to suck. I know it because I've heard this game isn't very good. But the front cover is giving me kind of Evil Within vibes and kind of like Control vibes, if you've played those games. I paid £2 for this game, and that is Past Cure. I've heard it's shit. It probably will be crap, but I thought for £2, I'm going to, you know, give it a go. I thought might as well, you know, £2, why not? Moving on to some actual movies now. First up, I want to give a shout out to a channel that kind enough sent me something for Christmas, which I'm really happy about. I've not seen this movie, so I want to give a shout out to Ryan of Let's Get Kicking Movies, and he sent me a German import of In the Mouth of Madness, or is it called In the Mouth of Madness? I'm guessing so. In the Mouth of Madness, a John Carpenter horror film starring Sam Neill. Never seen this. Really looking forward to checking it out. I've heard it's got kind of Cthulhu undertones and kind of like H.P. Lovecraft kind of vibe. I think it is a H.P. Lovecraft story. But yeah, looking forward to this. Everyone, go and give Ryan of Let's Get Kicking Movies a sub. I think he would appreciate that. And he's a good dude. So yeah, thank you for this, Ryan. In the Mouth of Madness. Next up is one of my favourite films of last year. It is, of course, Marvel's Shang-Chi. I just think this is a great solo debut film from Marvel. I think it's a fantastic MCU movie. It's one of the better ones we've had in the last year or so, I think. I do like Shang-Chi as a character. I really like him. I think he's a very likeable character. And I love the action in this. Some of the best action we've had from a Marvel film in a very long time, in my opinion. I love where it focuses more on the martial arts aspect of the action. It kind of puts magic aside. Magic is in there, but it kind of puts it to one side and focuses on that kind of martial arts, Chinese, just brutal violence. It's not super violent, but it's got some really great choreography and action. Just gonna tell you, there's a scene on a bus and it's excellently directed. It looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Shang-Chi, I had to pick it up, so I did. So yeah, Shang-Chi. Next up is another action film that has a scene with a bus in it, and that is, of course, Nobody. Yeah, like I said, once again, another film in my top 10 films of 2021 that I've only just picked up. Yeah, I was waiting for the price to be right, and I just picked it up. But yeah, this is just all out fun, really. Just a fun action movie. Bob Odenkirk is absolutely brilliant in this film, and I think it stands alongside those classic action films that everyone talks about: Die Hard, The Raid. You know, Taken, I would say, is in there as well. You know, stuff like that. I think it's really good, and I think everyone should check it out. Next up is a film. I picked it up because it was there, and I thought, I really want to check this film out. It looks like a lot of fun, and that is Ryan Reynolds' new film, Free Guy. I had a lot of fun with this film. I didn't love it per se, but I thought it was a lot of fun. Very charming in the way it was executed, and it's nice to see Disney give us a original film for once. So that's nice, I think. I guess that's nice. But I really enjoyed this. I thought it was good. For some reason, it gave me Lego Movie vibes in the fact that it's a it takes, you know, the story is about this person who is on this kind of like his life is kind of robotic, and then he breaks free of that life. Very similar to the Lego Movie and the main character from that. But yeah, Free Guy is a lot of fun. I love the premise of this. I love the idea. I think it was a lot of fun. If you're into video games, I think you might find a lot of fun in this. But yeah, it does suffer, in my opinion, from being what I want to consider a super safe, squeaky clean Hollywood movie. And you'll know that as soon as you put it on. It kind of tells a story that we've kind of seen before, fish out of water. You know, it follows typical Hollywood beats when it concerns these kind of movies. But I thought it was a lot of fun. Ryan Reynolds can't do no wrong at the moment. I think he's fantastic. I just love him. Yeah, I thought he was great. You know, in Deadpool, I thought he was great in Detective Pikachu, and I think he's great in this. Really do like it. It's a good one. I picked this is a double thing. This is next to, but because I haven't watched this since it came out originally, I want to give it a rewatch, and it was only £6, so I picked it up, and that is the first Venom movie. I liked this when I first saw it in theatres back in 2018. I want to say, I can't think, or was it 17? It will tell me, won't it? Yeah, 18. I knew it. 2018. I enjoyed this for what it was. I still feel building a universe based on Venom with no Superman doesn't make sense in a story perspective. If you know the Venom character, you know. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. The only thing that I generally don't like about this film is I don't think the comedy really works. And from what I've heard about the sequel, we'll get to that in a moment, they kind of double down on the comedy, which kind of makes me not look forward to checking out the sequel. But yeah, speaking of the sequel, I picked up the sequel, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I've not heard much good things about it. I am surprised that it made a lot of people's top 10 lists this year. And I've heard it can be quite entertaining, just, you know, I don't know, like I don't know how long this is, like a 90-minute movie, you know, very fast paced, and it can be a lot of fun. But you know, we'll see. I'm looking forward to checking it out. It's Venom. I like Venom. I like you know, Tom Hardy. I think he's a decent actor for what he does in these movies. So I'm hoping this is just a good little turn your brain off movie. I hope so. But yeah, I was going to pick it up regardless anyway. So yeah, visited my local HMV recently, and I picked up, really upset I didn't get a slip with this, but it is what it is. This was on a $9.99 with any purchase, so I had to pick it up at that price. That was Scream in 4K. Love this movie. Probably the second greatest slasher film ever made after Halloween, in my opinion. I saw it on a big screen last October, and it was fantastic. Gave me a brand new appreciation for this movie. I think it's untouchable in terms of slasher movies. I think it's a pitch perfect movie, 10 out of 10. I'm looking forward to the new one this year. I'm hoping it's good. It's the first one without Wes Craven, of course, but we'll see. But yeah, Scream, 4K. I bet it's going to be fucking awesome. Next up is the film I picked up because it was cheap again. HMV. Really nice addition. A film I haven't seen in a long time, and that is Joe Dante's The Howling. Now, The Howling, it came out during a year where it was basically the year of the werewolf movie. You had, you know, American Werewolf in London, Wolfen, The Howling, and I think some other films as well. But yeah, this is a great werewolf movie. I've watched it fairly recently since I bought this. I still think it holds up. I think it's really, really good. I think Dee Wallace is fantastic in this. I think in the 80s, Dee Wallace was untouchable as an actress. I think she was fantastic, and a lot of things she did in the 80s. She's in Critters as well, so I guess that's why I love her so much. But anyway, yeah, Dee Wallace is great in this. I think the transformation scene is really good, very different to the American Werewolf in London transformation scene, but still, as you know, not maybe as good as that, but still pretty decent. I like the story of this as well. I think it's really good. It has a slow burn vibe, which I really like as well, and it really does feel like a 70s movie, really, in a really big way. So yeah, really like The Howling. If you've not seen this film, it is a classic in the werewolf genre, and I think you might have a good time. Avoid the sequels because they suck. Next up, oh mate, I've been wanting to see this film for a long time, basically. I don't really collect Shameless Screen Entertainment Blu-rays. They put out a lot of kind of like Italian horror. And this one I've always wanted to see because I've heard really good things about it. And I picked it up straight away because I found out they're starting to do slipcovers with their Shameless releases now. And that is a film called Stage Fright, also known as Aquarius. I've been meaning to check this out for ages. I'm looking forward to checking it out. This is a really nice addition from Shameless. As you can see, comes with a slipcover, which I've not seen them do before. I think they just started to do it. And you've got the disc there. It has got a reversible cover with the original Italian title, Aquarius, right there. But yeah, really looking forward to checking this out. And I might start, maybe start a Shameless collection. Let me know down in the comments whether I should start collecting Shameless. They only have like 19 titles out at the moment, and that is quite a small selection of titles that is quite doable to get the whole lot. So let me know if I should start a Shameless collection. You know, I love the original Star Wars trilogy. I know a lot of people that do. It's one of the best trilogies of all time ever. It's one of the greatest film trilogies ever. And obviously, the recent kind of like trilogy sets we've been getting don't have the theatrical cuts, and we probably won't even get them at this point. You know, George Lucas went back in the mid to late 90s and kind of brushed them up, gave them CGI, and basically, in all intents and purposes, kind of ruined them. Really, kind of ruined the magic of those original films. And in 2004, there was DVDs that came out that had the theatrical cuts on them as bonus features. And finally, I've picked these up. I generally thought these were going to be really expensive, but I found them in CEX for £2 each, which is pretty good. I generally thought they were more rare than they actually were. You know, I guess I'm mistaken. Maybe they're not readily available, but I had to get them, and yeah, really happy I did. So I got obviously Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and of course Return of the Jedi. Really looking forward to checking these out. They got ton of features on this as well. I don't really care that they're DVD, because sometimes DVDs are still pretty good when they're upscaled. These are really nice releases. Really happy about these. I do have the despecialized editions on Blu-ray that are basically fan released cuts to be as close to the theatrical cuts as possible. But now I've got the official theatrical cut, so I'm pretty happy about that. Big Star Wars guy in terms of the original trilogy, so I'm happy to have these. These final two picks are quite exciting for me because you may know my channel or not. I'm a big collector of Anchor Bay titles. I'm slowly trying to get not everything, but a lot of their obscure horror stuff that they've put out. They are pretty much a dead label at this point, and I'm looking to get the old Anchor Bay stuff, the logo that has the sailboat in it. Like, I'm trying to get their horror stuff. They put out a series, well, they were responsible for the actual physical releases of a TV show from, I think it was like 2007. I'm not too sure when it came out, but a series called Masters of Horror, 12 episodes per season, where each episode is directed by a quite respectable director. And so you got people like Dario Argento, John Carpenter, Joe Dante, people like that are doing these like 1 hour kind of short films, and it really intrigued me. And it's released by Anchor Bay, so it goes nicely into the collection. I've got season 1, volume 1 here. I've watched one short from this, and it is from John Carpenter, and it's called Cigarette Burns. It stars Norman Reedus, and it is a great 1 hour short that I recommend everyone look out for and check out. It's about a film. It's about a film that apparently is mysterious, and it basically calls horrific things to happen for people that watch it, or if people want to get close to findings so they can watch it, horrible things happen. And it's about a guy who is hired by a rich person to find the last remaining reel of this film, and basically so this rich guy can watch it for the first time. And it's a really good short. It's great. It's kind of really kind of slow burn, but it's kind of like got a lot of mystery in it. It's really kind of disgustingly violent towards the end. Yeah, that's the only short that I've watched so far. It's really, really good. But I've got season 1, volume 1. There's basically 4 volumes altogether. I got season 1, volume 2 coming, and season 2, volume 1 on their way as well. But I've also got series 2, volume 2. This is apparently the most difficult one to find out of them. I'm sure these are out of print been out of print for a long time, but this one, I looked it up everywhere, right? And the prices were triple digit, ridiculous prices for this box set. World of Books was like £172. Amazon UK, at a point, I went back on there and it wasn't there, but they had a seller trying to sell it for like £178. Stupid money, really. I don't know why, whether it's because these are out of print and they're hard, this one particular set is hard to get, or I don't know why they would have prices that high, but it's just one of those things, I suppose, it's collector's problems, right? But the final place I looked, but I should have looked first, to be honest, it was CEX, and they sold it for 20 quid. And I'm always a bit anxious about buying on CEX's website because you don't know what you're getting. You can't look at what you're getting. Thankfully, this came okay. The little kind of slip is a bit battered to pieces, so I'm not even going to have this on here. I'm going to have it with the, so it matches the other one, have the kind of burgundy colour. The only downside about this CEX that I bought from CEX is 2 of the discs in here are absolutely pretty much scratched to ribbons, so I'm hoping they can fix those for me. So I'm glad that I got this for 20 quid rather than paying the 170 odd that some of these sellers want on other websites. I'm really looking forward to checking these out, all of these shorts by very, very highly regarded directors of horror, and I'm planning to do a review series of these once I've watched every one, and maybe do a ranking as well. Yeah, look forward to that. So those are my first bunch of pickups for 2022. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more pickups to come as well this year. Some great titles coming out this year. I cannot wait. Loads of movies that haven't even made their way to 4K yet. I'm looking forward to see what films do make their way to 4K. As always, guys, if you like what you see on this channel and you want to see more, maybe hit that subscribe button and become a subscriber. I really do appreciate everyone that has already subscribed, liked, commented and shared my videos. It really does mean the world to me. As always, guys, I have been Jason, and I will see you next time.